Hey guys, let's have a look at some of the upcoming and the most highly anticipated releases of the last 2 months of the year 2024. To start off with, the year 2024 has been filled with many marvelous releases across the span of the last 10 months that includes some great biographical tales as well as some substantial sequels, along with the original ornaments of those path-breaking plotlines that has made this year of cinema shine up with some exemplary and exquisite work that has been witnessed through this twinkling and flourished flower of filmmaking. To start off with, the year's finale is one of the most highly anticipated releases of the year named Wicked, which is an epic musical fantasy film directed by John M. Chu and whose screenplay is credited to the names of Winnie Holzman and Dana Fox. The film will star Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande in the lead roles of Elfa Thorpe and Galinda Plant, respectively. The film happens to be the first of the two-part film adaptation of the stage musical of the same name by Stephen Schwartz and Holzman, which in turn was loosely based on the 1995 novel of the same name by Gregory Maguire. The film will be released on November the 22nd of 2024, with its direct sequel Wicked Part 2 slated for its release on November the 21st of 2025. Next up in line is one of the most exciting releases of the year, Moana 2, that happens to be the sequel to the 2016 Disney animated film Moana. The film, like its predecessor, is a musical animated film that embarks onto the eves of its events that takes place 3 years after the finale of the first film, wherein the central character receives an unexpected call from her wayfinding ancestors, which falls down to the fate of she forming her own crew and in turn reuniting with a friend named the demigod Maui. The film will be released on November the 27th of 2024, as Maui and Moana look to take us back on this joyful journey from the mattresses of Motunui right onto the magical maps of the mesmerizing marvels. Coming on to the last month of the year, I would like to specifically talk about one of the most prominent projects of the year, which happens to be that of Mufasa the Lion King, which is both a prequel and a sequel to the 2019 film The Lion King, which is interestingly a remake of the 1994 film of the same name. The film takes place after the events of the previous film, as Rafiki tells the origin story of the two lions, namely that of the legendary Mufasa and that of Taka, wherein he narrates the tale of the two lions to Kyra, who happens to be the granddaughter of Mufasa and the daughter of Simba and Nala. The story follows on with the orphan Mufasa, who is befriended by the young prince Taka and thereon adopted by Taka's family, wherein the pair go on to become as close as brothers. The film will see Donald Glover, Seth Rogen, Billy Eichner, John Carney and Beyonce Knowles Carter reprise their roles from the previous film, whereas Aaron Pierre, Kelvin Harrison Jr., Mads Mikkelsen, Thandie Newton, Tiffany Boone, Lenny James, and Blue Ivy Carter, who marks a feature film debut with this endeavor, as all these names will be joining the project as the new cast members for this prestigious world of Pridelands. The film will be released on December the 20th of 2024, where the project is directed by Barry Jenkins, who happens to be the famed director behind the acclaimed and Academy Award-winning film of Moonlight, wherein it grabbed the accolade for the Best Picture of the Year, as the excitement seems to mount upon with the clock ticking down to the date of the film's release. The next film that concludes the marathon of 2024 happens to be that of The Brutalist, which is an epic historical drama film directed and produced by Bradley Cobbett. The film has been jointly written by the film's director and Mona Fastball. The film stars Adrian Brody and Felicity Jones in the lead roles, as the film drops against the background of the events following the wretchedness of the Second World War, where the protagonist was forcibly separated from his wife Erzsébet and his niece Zofia in Budapest during the terrible time of war and the Holocaust, as he manages to immigrate to America. As the protagonist travels to Philadelphia, where his immigrant cousin Attila and his wife Audrey, who run a furniture store, where they allow him to stay with them while he looks on course for the earning ends of employment. The film that is slated for its theatrical release on December the 20th of 2024 and for its United Kingdom release on January the 24th of 2025 by Universal Pictures and Focus Features has been receiving rave reviews from the critics, leading up to its release with a sparkling score of 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. The website consensus for the film quotes as follows: structurally beautiful and suffused with Adrian Brody's soulful performance, writer-director Bradley Cobbett's immaculately designed The Brutalist is a towering tribute to the immigrant experience. The website Metacritic, on the other hand, which uses a weighted average, assigned the film a score of 88 out of 100 based on the analysis of 22 critics, indicating universal acclaim for the project. The film received a 5-star review from The Guardian's Peter Bradshaw, who called it an amazing and engrossing epic, as the expectations are really high for this pinnacle-looking project, as it looks to add on another penultimate onto the prolific pile of historical dramas. Next up is the biographical drama based on the life of the legendary Bob Dylan, as it explores into the controversy surrounding the switch to electrically amplified instrumentation by the character here in the center of this plot. The film here is based on the 2015 book Dylan Goes Electric by Elijah Wald. The film will see Timothée Chalamet starring in as Dylan, wherein he also serves as the producer for this project. A teaser trailer was released for the film in July 2024, with its official trailer being unveiled in October. The film is slated for its release on December the 25th of 2024, as it looks to add on another legendary landmark in the long list of the blooming and beautiful biopics. If the year so far has offered us with penultimates in power, wherein the coming road readies up the regals that spark, as the magic of movies seems immersive from the start, wherein the year looks to close down on a compelling chart. The boat that looks to sail across with a cinematic stroke. Hey guys, if you liked my video, you can click on the like and share button, and you can also subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss up on these types of videos. Let's come together and celebrate the magic of movies.